Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to be featuring a Brawl deck with the Royal Scions as our commander, as part of our series of Brawl videos featuring commanders from Throne of Eldraine. The Royal Scions were very strong in Eldraine Limited and even saw play in Standard. The Royal Scions, who are Will and Rowan Kenrith, have 2+ abilities. One to loot, which means to draw a card and then discard a card, and one to buff a creature and give it first strike and trample. Their ultimate, which is quite achievable given how high the Royal Scions' loyalty is when they enter, can act as removal or can close out the game by burning out the opponent, as well as refreshing our hand. I've built this deck to work in a similar manner to how decks playing the Royal Scions in Limited and Standard did, with a draw to theme. And a lot of our card draw can be played at instant speed in order to be able to trigger our draw to payoffs on the opponent's turn. I've broken the deck down into categories, which we'll go through. You'll notice that we aren't playing a lot of ramp because our commander is so inexpensive, and because, with all our card draw, we are sure to hit our land drops consistently. Since our commander is a planeswalker, or our planeswalkers, I should say, we are playing a lot of ways to protect them. We have a few counterspells to start with. 3 Steps Ahead can also draw and discard at instant speed, while Wash Away is a great way to counter the opponent's commander. Then we have the classic counterspell, along with Mana Drain, which gives us additional mana on our next turn. We also have lots of targeted removal. At 1 mana, there's Fire Impulse, which can frequently deal 3 damage, the classic Lightning Bolt, and Strangle. At 2 mana, Abrade can also destroy artifacts, while Cathartic Pyre can let us draw and discard 2 cards if we don't need it for removal. Fire Prophecy and Volcanic Spite both let us put a card from our hand on the bottom of our library in order to draw a card, while Fires of Victory can be kicked to draw an extra card. Lava Coil and Obliterating Bolt both deal 4 damage and exile the creature that they kill, while Mephit's Enthusiasm and Molten Impact both deal 4 damage and give us a boon. We also have the classic Lightning Strike, while Izzet Charm can also counter a non-creature spell or draw and discard 2 cards. Collective Defiance can be escalated to let us choose some or all of its modes, while Flame of Anor lets us either draw 2 cards, destroy an artifact, or deal 5 damage to a creature. We only have 1 wizard in the deck, so we are not usually going to be able to choose 2 modes. Meanwhile, Prismari Command lets us choose 2 modes between dealing 2 damage to any target, drawing and discarding 2 cards, destroying an artifact, or creating a treasure, while Hypothesizal draws us 2 cards and deals 4 damage to a creature if we discard a card. We also have a number of sweepers. These don't synergize with some of our draw to payoffs, which go wide with tokens, but we do have a few creatures that get bigger as we draw cards that can usually survive them. Into the Fire does damage planeswalkers, but isn't usually a problem because of how high our commander's starting loyalty is. It can also be cast to exchange our hand for a fresh set of cards. Anger of the Gods, Sweltering Suns, and Conductive Current all deal 3 damage to each creature. Ill-Timed Explosion is a sweeper that likewise enables our card draw synergies, while Immolating Jar is a one-sided board wipe. Finally, Spiteful Banditry gives us a treasure token whenever 1 or more opposing creatures die. Next, we have our repeatable card draw engines. Spectral Sailor is a mana sink in the late game, with an activated ability to draw a card at instant speed. Fairy Mastermind has an activated ability that draws each player a card, while punishing the opponent for drawing extra cards. Ledger Shredder connives when either player casts 2 spells on a turn and can get quite large. The new Shoreline Looter from Bloomborough can't be blocked and loots when it hits the opponent, and once our graveyard is full, straight up draws a card. The new Overlord of the Flood Pits from Duskmourn draws 2 and discards 1 when it enters or attacks, and be cast early for its impending cost as an enchantment. Finally, the Magic Mirror gets a discount for each instant and sorcery in our graveyard, and draws more and more cards as the game goes on. Next, we have our card draw spells. Brainstorm is great to cast while we have a fetch land in play, because we can shuffle away the cards we put back on top of our library. We can copy Mentor's Guidance if our commander is in play, while Thrill of Possibility draws 2 cards for just 2 mana, although we do have to discard a card first. At 3 mana, Pop Quiz, Quick Study, Stern Lesson, and Fast all drew 2 cards at instant speed, although only Quick Study does not also require that we discard a card. Fast can also be cast out of our graveyard as Furious, which is another sweeper. At 4 mana, Behold the Multiverse can be foretold so that we can cast it for only 2 mana later, while Chemist's Insight can be cast from our graveyard if we discard a card. If we roll well, Contact Other Plane also scries and can sometimes even draw 3 cards, while Hieroglyphic Illumination can be cycled early. Meeting the Minds can be cast for free if we can tap 4 creatures, while Reign of Revelation lets us draw 3 cards and then discard 1. The Bath Song lets us draw 4 cards and discard 2 over the course of its first 2 chapters, and on the 3rd chapter adds 2 mana and shuffles cards from our graveyard back into our library. Lorien Reveal draws 3 cards or can be cycled to find an island, even a non-basic one. Seagate Restoration draws a ton of cards, or can be played as a land, while Treasure Cruise can be cast for as little as 1 mana if we can exile enough cards from our graveyard to pay its mana cost with Delve. Next, we have our card draw payoffs. Wizard class can be leveled up to put +1/+1 counters on our creatures whenever we draw cards. Fairy Vandal picks up +1/+1 counters when we draw 2 or more cards on a turn, while Ominous Seas can repeatedly create huge Kraken tokens if we draw a lot of cards. Improbable Alliance lets us go wide by creating 1/1 fairy tokens when we draw 2 or more cards, and has an activated ability to enable its trigger on our turn. Nadir Kraken is a mana sink that gets bigger and creates 1/1 tentacle tokens the more cards we draw, while Iron Crag Pyromancer acts as removal or burn if we draw 2 or more cards on a turn. Oneirophage is our best card draw payoff, because all we have to do to grow it is draw any number of cards at any time, and it gets a +1/+1 counter for every card we draw. Finally, Mad Ratter lets us go wide by creating 2 1/1 rat tokens whenever we draw 2 or more cards on a turn. Our final category consists of a couple of value spells which synergize with our card draw synergies, while also providing other benefits. Midnight Clock ramps us, and eventually draws us a fresh hand of 7 cards. Our double-sided Planeswalker, Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, and Will, Scholar of Frost, discounts our instants and sorceries and has other useful abilities. Our mana base has a few basic lands, along with Fabled Passage and Prismatic Vista to search them up and thin out the deck. We're playing lots of dual lands, most of which come into play untapped under certain conditions. We also have all the fetch lands that can find islands or mountains, and they can even find some of our dual lands, like Steam Vents, Thundering Falls, and Volatile Fjord. We also have Command Tower, a must-have in any multicolored Brawl deck. We also have a few utility lands, Hall of Storm Giants, and Den of the Bugbear are creature lands that survive sweepers, whether our own or our opponents', while Otawara, Soaring City, and Sokenzin, Crucible of Defiance can be channeled to either bounce a permanent or create 2 spirit tokens. Finally, Memorial to Genius can be sacrificed to draw 2 cards. So that's our Royal Scions deck. Now it's time to take it into the queue and play some games. Okay, only 2 lands. I do have Wash Away for the Jolly Balloon Man, and then Strangle and Fires of Victory can be cast early as removal, if we have enough cards in hand, Fires of Victory can destroy the Balloon Man. And then Fast is some relatively inexpensive card draw, which might be useful if we can cast it out of the graveyard as Furious. So we'll try this. We're on the play. And then I think we'll fetch our Surveil land Thundering Falls to look for lands. And there's a land, so we'll keep that. That's perfect. Don't leave with the tap land. Don't lose Dismantler. I don't think I need to destroy that. It's only a 1/4, and I don't play very many artifacts. Alright, so we draw another land. I could play the Royal Scions. And then discard either Strangle or Chemister's Insight or Fast to Furious. They could play their commander next turn and hit Royal Scions for 2. I think we'll go for it. Let's get our commander down.
I lead the way, but my brother knows.
Draw and then discard.
My answers lie
Spectral
in the
Sailor.
cold truth.
I'll discard Chemister's Insight for now, since we can cast it out of the graveyard. Opponent might wait until they hit their 4th land to play the Jolly Balloon Man, so they can copy something.
Triumphs.
I love a good fight.
I think we'll shock and steam vents here, and then let's strangle a Johnny right away. Alright, opponent had priority for something. It could have just been Dauntless Dismantler's ability. We'll draw and discard.
I enjoy the proper
Alright, Mephit's
application of knowledge.
Enthusiasm can kill the Jolly Balloon Man. Oh. You have to cast fast to be able to cast it out of the graveyard as Furious. But I think discarding that was fine. Opponent plays a tap land. Plays Molten Gatekeeper. might flash in Spectral Sailor to trade with the Cat Warrior. Sure.
You have the heart of a coward.
And then we'll Lightning Strike Molten Gatekeeper. Alright, I think we cast Hieroglyphic Illumination, try and hit our land drop. We don't.
My answers lie in the cold.
Still don't hit our land drop, but we did draw Ironcrag Pyromancer. Discard Prismari Command. So opponent can resolve the Jolly Balloon Man. They play Split Skin Doll instead.
Rowan, help!
Alright, we draw land.
To know is to triumph.
Alright, Ominous Seas. And then we'll destroy the White Orchid Phantom. So the opponent doesn't have a flying attacker. Opponent gets back to Johnny with Disciple of the Sun.
I think I have made a tactical error.
Immolating Jar.
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
Alright, so opponent can play a Johnny, play Jolly Balloon Man, activate Jolly Balloon Man. So better hold up instant speed removal. I guess I should have counted that, although I guess I'm... wanting to kick Fires of Victory.
It's not perfect, but we have peace.
Foolish coward!
Alright, Memorial to Genius enters tapped. Let's get Ominous Seas down so we can start getting some 8/8s.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
And then I think we'll cycle Lorien Revealed. Oh, that's the untapped land they played. I mean the tap land from Terramorphic Expanse.
I love a good fight!
Alright, so I guess we're countering Burning Sun's Avatar. Alright, let's...
To know is to triumph.
Alright, we'll discard Pop Quiz. We'll kill the Split Skin Doll because that has the most utility with the Balloon Man. Alright, that's fine. What to discard? I guess we'll discard Lorien Revealed, although that would be nice with Rowan. Unactivates Atalantil. We'll destroy the Jolly Blue Man. So the opponent can recast the Jolly Blue Man.
What is my strategy here?
I think we've already played land for turn. And then I think we'll cast Meeting of Minds end of turn. Discards Caretaker's Talent. I could use Rowan Will's ability on Out of the Dawn Sky. Then we'll activate Omniscience. Drain Kraken. Okay. I think we play Will. Use his plus ability on Al the Dawn Sky.
It doesn't matter the occasion. There's always a spell. Now let's put you on ice.
And we'll start buffing our huge Kraken.
Strike fear into the hearts of the wicked.
Opponent jumps with Al. Opponent hits Holy Cow. Which I can destroy at instant speed with Stern Lesson. Emulating Gyre. After opponent early on had a wide board, so I could discard that. Opponent transforms. Matt Zalently. And that's enough for opponent. Alright. There we go. On we go. On the play, I've got Counterspell for Sir Wolf, or I guess anything. Conductive Current removes Sir Wolf, provided he doesn't have any +1/+1 counters on him. I think we'll keep this. Alright, Seagate Restoration. So I think what we'll do is we'll hold up Counterspell. And then if we don't need to cast it, we'll cast Fast. Uh-oh, I think I just disconnected here. Yup, okay, just 1 second. I think we'll counter this ramp. And then let's play the Royal Scions.
You'd better hope you delay our quest no further.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
I think we'll discard Hieroglyphic Illumination here. So if we don't draw land, we might have to play Seagate Restoration as land. Might discard Prismari Command. Then opponent... Oh, I should have played that untapped. So I could have cast fast. End of turn.
A quest of mystery.
Yeah, because then I've got Wash Away if opponent replays. And I could have countered Vorinclex if I had Seagate Restoration on tap.
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
There's Rolf. Then what to discard with fast? I guess it'll have to be Conductive Current.
Cover my back, Rowan!
Okay. I kind of want opponent to commit more creatures to the board. Before I cast Immolating Gyre.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
It's got a lot of lands, so if they've got removal for Fairy Vandal. Well, there's another creature. So the Royal Scions will have to go.
Shocked.
And shattered.
Put it in the command zone. And then we'll draw 2, discard 2 with Izzet Charm. And I don't get a +1/+1 counter because of Vorinclex Monstrous Raider. I'll keep Mulch and Impact. His opponent hasn't removed Fairy Vandal. And then I think we replay Royal Scions here.
I will steady your mind, Rowan.
And
I will inspire
don't...
your heart.
My answers lie in
We'll
the
have to
cold
discard Mountain because I want to keep my other cards. Oh, it's Primal Vigor, so that affects my creatures and the Royal Scions. So they now get +2 every time I do a +1. Oh, opponent's got removal for Fairy Vandal. So what I really need for a green-black opponent is one of my go wide payoffs.
I will learn what nobody
Mad
yet
Ratter.
knows.
Oh, sorry, it doesn't buff the Royal Scions. I wasn't paying close enough attention. It's either tokens or +1/+1 counters. Alright, so that is a big Hydra, but fortunately it does not have trample.
To know is to triumph.
Could keep the Ironcrag Pyromancer, since that destroys Cerulf. Okay, so it works. Primal Vigor works with Mad Ratter. So we'll make an army of chump blockers. Alright, so opponent has 7 forests. So that can go up to 21-21.
What will happen now? You will soon realize your error.
So that means I need to
My
block
garden's glory.
with if I jumpstart Chemister's Insight, I'll make 4 more rats. Of course, if opponent has instant speed removal for basically any creature, alright, Mad Ratter's triggers on the stack, so even if they remove Mad Ratter, I still make the rats. And then I need to block with at least 5 rats. I'll just block with all the rats, just to be safe. Alright, well, good thing we drew Hall of Storm Giants.
What is my strategy here?
Alright, that to the bottom. Draw another land. Alright, Spectral Sailor will be fine. We'll flash that in end of turn. Opponent must be on full control. Ranger class is fine. And we'll draw a card with Spectral Sailor. We hit the magic mirror. Alright, we can give Hull of Storm Giants.
Ready, Will? Let us unleash our united strength.
Hmm. Hmm.
A quest of mystery.
Alright, so I basically need to draw a 3-mana sweeper here. Alright. That was a lucky draw. Now, I think we're still dead. His opponent can just replace a Rolf and attack with the Seeker's Chariot, and I don't have instant speed removal. So, actually, I've got Ominous Seas to make a big blocker.
I will weed out dissent in our world. Phyrexia must be nurtured.
Alright, that's enough for opponent. I'll take it. That was a close one. On we go. Alright, Marina Vendrell is going to be difficult because we don't have a lot of removal that deals 5 damage. I don't think we have any removal that deals 5 damage except for our big sweepers like Spiteful Banditry or Immolating Gyre. So we'll have to 2-for-1 ourselves to kill Marina. I think we'll keep this. We're on the play. We've got Midnight Clock for some ramp. We'll keep a Conductive Current, although currently we are quite far from casting it, so we might discard it. I guess I could have sent it to the bottom. We'll destroy Jukai Naturalist now. I don't want to discard anything I have in hand, so I might discard what I draw off Royal Scions.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Alright, land is good, although it's a blue source, so kind of glad I discarded Conductive Current.
My plan is crystallizing.
Wouldn't mind keeping land, but I kind of like my spells more, so I think we keep that. Alright, so it's a good thing we have Lava Coil here.
What is my strategy here?
Oh, I do not like that. Don't blame them. We'd have to exile Chemister's Insight to cast Treasure Cruise. I really need to hit some red sources, because I need at least one more red source to cast Spiteful Banditry. Land is good. We'll get a mountain.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
Grab another mountain.
Bow to the mind's reign.
And the heart's fervor.
Well, opponent hits 4 lands, which is better than nothing.
is to triumph.
Alright. Mad Ratter as our win condition. We probably don't want sweepers. Then I think we hold up 3 steps ahead or card draw spell. Actually, his opponent just dead.
Put your heart behind every attack.
Alright. There we go. Alright, so the games were pretty long with this deck, largely because we tend to be a little bit more on the controlling side. So I think this will do it for this video. So as you can see, the Royal Scions, pretty good. We managed to ultimate them a couple of times, which shows you how relatively easy it is for them to reach their ultimate compared to other Planeswalkers. And then once you get them on the battlefield, their abilities are all quite useful. And we definitely were able to leverage their abilities to help us win games. So they're a pretty good choice, I think, as a commander. Of course, there are lots of different ways that you can build the deck. You can go with a different kind of card draw scheme, or not worry too much about doing draw 2. It really depends. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Do please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see another commander from Throne of Eldraine or from another set entirely. And have a good one. Bye.